Hi, this is Gautam. For today's episode, we're going to look at this book, The Book Thief, written by Markus Zusak. Now, this story is set in Second World War Nazi Germany. It begins in the year 1939, January, and the start of this particular story is when we see a mother taking her 9-year-old girl, Liesel, to the town of Molching. Now, she's being given away by her mother to adoptive parents Hans and Rosa Habermann because she could not take care of them. After a few difficult days and weeks, finally Liesel adapts to lifestyle in Molching, and that is when the Second World War begins. She finds a very good friend in Rudy Sterner, which is who's also her neighbor and her partner in crime, at the same time her best friend in school. And as the days pass, we have a visitor, Max, to Haberman's house. Now, Max is a Jew, and he comes there because that is the only place in the world where, as a Jew, he might find shelter because everywhere else Jews are being exterminated. So as the rest of the story continues, we get this thrilling, this thrill and horror on whether the entire family of Haberman will be persecuted, Max will be captured, or do they survive the Holocaust. There are few central themes in this book, and the most important one is literature. Let's look at the title, The Book Thief. Our protagonist, the 9-year-old Liesel, this girl cultivates the habit of stealing books. And the first book which she does is The Gravedigger's Handbook, an ironic choice of words by the author, where by learning about the graveyard, she cultivates her first understanding of words, language, and alphabets. Now, Hans Habermann, her father, is a very interesting character which most of us will connect with. The man is kind, the man is passionate, and seeing his daughter's interest for literature, he gets her books even though he struggles to make ends meet. He's a very soft personality and he paints houses and plays the accordion to make money. The recurrent theme of literature is seen several times in different forms in the text. For example, in spite of the fact that there is war everywhere, art is the only thing which can keep a human being alive. Now, we have a particular segment in the novel where the mayor's wife understands that this small girl Liesel has this tremendous interest in reading books and then opens a library. That particular segment where Liesel looks such, a huge stack of books where they are neatly shelved. That particular moment is pure joy. And we also have a particular incident towards the end of the novel where one of the neighbors of the Habermans, who's constantly toiling and fighting with the Habermans, comes to Rosa Haberman and asks her a favor. Well, she asks, would it be possible for Liesel to come to our house and read for us because I just want to listen to a story. Another interesting segment is when Lisa steals two books from a bonfire made by Nazis. So, a thief's interest in reading, in thief's interest in understanding books, actually leads to saving literature and essentially history. The second theme is a question of identity and Jewish identity living in a fascist state. So we can clearly see that Max has no other option, but he has to come to the Habermans and stay there, and he's being provided residence as a token of gratitude and indebtedness, which Haberman has as a result of his relationship with Max's father. And you can see that Max is slowly withering away, not exposed to sunlight, not exposed to his surroundings, just living in the cold basement on the fear of being captured every single day. In spite of the fact that he develops a good friendship with Liesel, he's really not confident that he will make make the next year or make even the next month or the next day. My one favorite line was during the winter season when Liesel collects so much of snow and then comes to the basement, and with the help of Max, she builds a snowman. And once the snowman is built, when Max sleeps, Liesel makes an observation that just like the snowman which they've created right now, Max is also melting away. The innocent friendship and childhood love between Rudy Steiner and Liesel, and their criminal endeavors where they try to steal apples and potatoes from the nearby farms and places so that they can tide over their hunger. At the same time, the drying up of rations, how in a place where currency is completely useless, the only thing which works again is barter system. And the fact that it's not just people who are always on the front lines, but people who are far away from the war also suffer equally. All that is dealt in detail in the text. The most poetic segment was when Hans Haberman is recruited for service and he leaves the house, and during that time, we just get a small snapshot where his wife Rosa just hugs the accordion, and she's very careful not to create any music out of the accordion, even a small sound. because she believes that that sound might disturb the deafening silence of her husband's absence. So that's it for today's review. If you like the video, do like, comment, and subscribe. Meet you with the next episode pretty soon. Bye for now.